Alright, what's up, Fish Tank TV people and others? So, this is the 20-gallon. I got what I believe is a trio of yellow labs. They're still pretty young. That's them. They seem to be not as scared as they were before, because they're actually coming out now. I believe the pale one is a male and the other two are female. Not quite sure. You can let me know. I think the tank looks okay. I'm going to turn this piece of slate around so because the other side's flat like this side, so it'll look better. Or maybe I might leave it like that because they'll lay the eggs on the underside if they do lay them. Bought some little PVC pipe, that corner pieces. I think those are cool. They like them. The skull, and we got corner box filter. We get a regular filter on the back. See, back here. It's a Whisper Power Filter 20 or 2.0, whatever that is. And, you know, we got the heater. So yeah, that's that tank. That's a 20. And to the right of it, we have the 30, which is just grow out for some crayfish from the first generation from my female. You can't really see any of them. At least I don't see any of them. I threw in some duckweed and lily and whatnot. There's not many in here anyway. I think there's like 4, if that. They're just kind of in there. Yeah, I know there's a ton of brown algae. It's there on purpose so that when I throw some fry in there, have some food. That also has a corner box filter, and on the back, I think it's the same thing, the Whisper Power 2.0, whatever. That does not have a heater on it. Then moving over, we have a crib tank, which only has the male right now. When I went to buy the pair, they gave me 2 males instead of a male and a female, and I went back to get a female, and they didn't have any that were breeding size, so he owes me, he knows that. And right, I don't know if you can see the growth with that light, but right here is a little piece that's grown off. These bulbs are really dull. I said they're really good for plant growth, so I'm not worried about it. But this is just like grow out for any of the crappy plants that are dying to see if they come back. The lilies are actually doing better in here than they are on the 30 upstairs, but alright, this is the cool news. So this is one of the middle 10s, and this is the adult female crayfish, the self-reproducing. You can't really see it on camera, but she's pretty blue, and the claws and all of her legs are pretty blue. I think it's pretty cool. Let's see if I move the light over a little, if you can see her better, or did that just make it worse? See if I cover it. But anyway, so I don't know if I showed you last time, but she doesn't have any more eggs under here. She had them all. So, moving to the next 10 on the side of it are all baby crayfish. In the 10, there's about 200. You can't really see it because of the camera, but they're all on the back of this glass over here. All in between, all in those white, in between, you know, the divider stuff that I put in there. I like that because they each go in their own little compartment. But there's a lot of them in there, trust me. There's easily over 100. In like that back corner alone, there's like 20 usually. There's like 50 usually along the sides, and then scattered throughout with at least another 100. So then moving over to the tank on the other side of the female. There you go. There's a better look at her actually. The blue and whatnot. So over to the other side is some more. There's only like 15 in here. I just figured I'd take some out of the main grow out tank and whatnot, just to separate a couple more. When these get bigger, I will put half of them probably in this other one. So this whole layer right here is all crayfish. This bottom tank is just 10 gallons of water that I'm cycling with a homemade box filter. If anyone wants to see how it's made, maybe I'll make a video, just comment saying you want to see it. I'll show you how I made it. But yeah, so there's gravel and those bio balls for the biggest filtration. Then there's the regular sponge, and there's the filter mesh media or whatever. Then moving over here is the tank I told you was my brother's. It has a little little crayfish in there somewhere on one of the self-reproducing ones. Then moving over here, we have another tank with just water and a couple of shells. There are two of the bigger first generation crayfish that she had. You can see one's right here. I'll try to give you a better look. See from the side, can we see him? Yeah. There he is. And then if you can see in the far, way over, let's see, sorry, that was the battery. Way over here, it's the other one. But, these guys are the bigger ones. These are going to the auction with me, getting rid of them. Then we move from this tank and we go down to 3 2.5. That's the scientific name, and then the regular generic name, I guess you would say, underneath. And that's when I bought them last year, the female herself. Then in here there's a crayfish, one of the ones that are growing out. Then in here is the female holding the eggs. Actually, I'll show you her if you want. She's not that that bad. We'll just, let's see if she comes out. There you go. So you guys can see the eggs. Probably not. Yeah, there they are. You can see them all. But that's the first generation from my original to have their own babies, and hopefully she'll successfully have them. And then this is another one hanging out. So she's going to go in her own bag at the auction, because I'll get more money because she's pregnant with her own, so no time to wait for any babies. She's already have them, so unless she has them within the next 2 weeks, which is when the auction is. But I'll still have her with her babies in the same bag. So yeah, this is the downstairs setup, pretty much. Well, I'll show you my brother's tank. He just redid another one. Actually, I did it for him, but we'll show you this one quick. So this one has the low lights too. You can't really see the details, but it's a piece of driftwood with a Java fern on the top. He's got the those Chinese neon tetras, the ones that are like pink with the blue. A pair of Danios. If you can see, there's a female beta right up here. It's not really showing that well. Actually, I have a light. What am I doing? Hold on. Should probably show it better. Yeah, a little bit. That's the female beta right here that you can't really see. There you go. So that's that female beta on the top. He also has a baby crayfish in there. Just set it up quick for him. Can't see the details because it's really crappy lighting. But yep, that's the setup so far. Here's a further look at it. It's not really much. There's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 gallons down here. That I count at least. But yep. So any questions, comments, and whatnot. I do plan on breeding these labs when they get a little bit bigger. The crayfish, I'm always going to keep the female so that I can keep selling her offspring and just raising them. I'm going to set. Actually, I lied. What I said before. I'm going to take the ones that are in here and I'm going to throw them in here so that it's just one tank of fry that I have to raise up for the baby crayfish, because once I go to that auction, I'm going to be taking some stuff home. I can imagine. The crib was showing, but he went back in. Anyway, I'll probably be filling those tanks, so I want to make sure I have as much space as I can have open, which means this tank will be open, all those 2.5s, this 10-gallon, and then over here is another 30-gallon long ways that I can fill up at some point. I'll put it on the ground if I have to, but I eventually want to fill that one too. I'll do another video shortly after if there's any changes and whatnot. Probably another one soon for the plant growth in 30 because it's growing like crazy. But yep, that's the setup so far. Peace, people. Thanks for watching. Comment, rate, sub, whatever you want.